Jeffrey, what's going on, bro? I'm glad you're doing okay, man. Alright. Congratulations, man. That must make you happy. I wonder if I can borrow any money yet. Ooh, getting close to what I need. I can and I can get what I need. Wah 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 wah. What's up, bro? Bum, 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 bum. Harvester must be getting ready to fill up pretty soon. Look at that timing. Oh, so I hit the thing. Friggin' brilliant. Dun, dun. See here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Ba, 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 ba. I'm gonna have to report that other guy directly to YouTube by name. I hate that when I have to wait. Ba, 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 ba. Wah, 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 wah. I don't even know why I bother streaming anymore, to be honest with you. This world's gone completely insane. Mr. Callahan, how you doing, bud? About what? Anything what I can do left hand. Just wondering what to do. Anything what I can do left hand. I am lost, man. I saw one of your videos the other day, though. It was pretty good. It was short. It was about a shovel pushing back some iron. And then I watched a couple more of your videos. Gave you some thumbs up on them. Hey, no problem, man. I was impressed. I like your beginning. That's really awesome. Wish I had a PC to do something like that, but I do not. Oh no. You lost the whole thing even in the cloud? You can't retrieve it from the cloud? Man, this thing's gonna make that turn? I was not anticipating that. That's weird. So if you don't quick save by hitting square and it goes to auto save, you lose it, it's not in the cloud. I did not know that. Did you check the clouds yourself? And second question, are you using Sony's cloud? Are you using PS4 or are you on PC? Because PC is a completely different world. Alright, yeah. Everything that I do on his PS4 goes to cloud. Sony set that up, I want to say in 2014. Yeah. See, that's the thing. One of the good things, I guess, about having a PS4 or a PS5 is it goes automatically to cloud. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because your files are there. It's a bad thing because they have a permanent record of you. I mean, it doesn't delete after 3 months or 6 months. It's permanent. Even stuff that I did on my PS3 5 years ago is there. Trying to decide if I should hang on to that little tractor or get rid of it. I guess considering it's a third tractor, maybe I should just hang on to it. It's not going to pay me much to sell it. Good night, Jeff. God bless, man. I like the way you make your videos, Mr. Callahan. How you speed up time and stuff. I mean, that's awesome, man. It's not like this way that I do it, where it's just drag them out, you know? Oh, how high is plus 20 Celsius? Huh, let's find out. What's 20 Celsius in Fahrenheit? Oh yeah, that's cold. Yeah, I feel a little chilly. Yeah, I feel. American Grasslands, I think it is. It's part of a double map. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a testing map for testing equipment and stuff like that. You know, but I figured it would have the least amount of problems. It should be the most proved map, right? It's also going to afford me to do a lot to it to make it look like my own. Alright, man. See you in a few. What's up, Ghosty? How you doing, man? Colin! Good, man. How have you been, bro? Long time no see. Where you been hiding? You been hiding in your other account? Darn, I have to stop this guy. Wah-pa-pa-pa. Are you older? Yeah, well, I'm a day older than yesterday. Kinda happens, man. No, it's a ways away for that, man. I am? Did not look it up yet. Still busy on FS19, man. I got a ways to go to catch up on this map. I need a bigger harvester, man. That is a park in Australia, man. Pretty famous water park too. A lot of German people go there from what I understand. Figured out how to use the accents. What do you mean, with your voice? Oh, okay. Well, you're one up on me. I don't have a clue how to use them. Woohoo, it's getting done. Almost one more field down. Nope, I don't. Sorry, man. It's been a long, long time for me in school, man. Long, long time. I haven't been in school for 37 years, 35 years, something like that. More than half my life. Certain things you forget, man. Ain't much you can do about it. Just the way it is. Only. That's a long time to retain something you don't use at all. I'm a history guy, Colin. I know history and the Bible better than the average bear. Now my wife, she's got, I think she's got a master's in English. She's got a master's and a couple PhDs. I'm not sure what English is. I think English she's got a master's. What, your least favorite is history? Come on. The facts don't change in history, man. Well, unless someone's trying to lie. Or unless the teacher lied to you. I mean, I had one history book that said Abraham Lincoln was born in a log cabin he made with his own hands. Apparently that's not true. A PhD is a doctorate degree. That's it. That's the last achievement you can make in learning anything is a PhD degree. Yes, that's a doctorate degree. Yeah, when you got a PhD in English or math or anything, if you want to be a snob, you can call yourself doctor. But when they do that, I always consider them snobs. Like there's a lady that does antiques and she calls herself Dr. Laurie. Well, the fact of the matter is she's just a fat cow that barely knows enough to get herself out of the dirt. You know, she has the degrees to call herself a doctor, but I consider a doctor somebody, a medical doctor. You know, not because they got a PhD in English or nuclear physics or, for heaven's sake, antiques. I mean, give me a break. Talk about a bogus degree. Talk about a bogus degree. I don't like her. On the surface, she seems like a nice enough lady, but she strikes me as one of them fat people that hates everybody because she hates the fact that she's fat. But that's enough talking bad about the lady. Just give you an idea. There's a lot of people out there with doctor's degrees that don't use doctor in front of their name. Now, when you got a degree like that, it also matters what school you went to. Like my wife's got hers, one of them from the University of Illinois, which would be quite different from a guy that, you know, took his minor from, let's say, Providence College, then went on to Boston University, then finally finished out with MIT or Harvard or Oxford or Cambridge. That would be, because them colleges are unaccredited, that would be a bigger degree. You know, it would be a better degree. So where you went, where you got your degree from matters too. Although these days I wouldn't honor a Harvard or a Yale doctor's degree very much, to be honest with you. I think that it would be garbage. I would still respect Cambridge's, probably not Oxford's. Some of them schools have just become indoctrinated. It's like Noam Chomsky teaching economics. Well, the guy's a brilliant linguist. I mean, probably the greatest language of our day and age, or one thereof. Oh, yes, absolutely. And it also depends on what college you go to. But he's constantly talking in economics and stuff and sociology and stuff like this. He's an idiot when it comes to that. He has no clue what the hell he's talking about, and he should shut his damn face. But as far as linguistics goes, he's brilliant. So you got to be careful who you're listening to, you know. You can get a guy that's graduated from Oxford, you know, when he's talking about something, he knows nothing of what he's talking about, like Noam Chomsky. So in other words, if a guy's got a PhD in English, it doesn't necessarily mean he knows his a-hole from his elbow about history. He could be a complete idiot in history. Matter of fact, he could be a complete idiot in English, as a matter of fact, too. Well, my wife would be humiliated if you called her that. Because she's not a medical doctor, and she believes like I believe that that's just a hoity-toity thing, you know what I mean? People today don't have something called humility, and that's a real problem, man. They all have pride, but they don't have humility, you know, they don't have integrity, they don't have honor, they just have pride. Pride is terrible, man. The worst thing you could ever have is pride. Better off being a thief than having pride. I gotta kind of blame it on our school systems in the United States for not teaching integrity and honor. And what the value of that is. There's plenty of fertilizer and stuff. That looks like it is gonna make the turn. Wah, wah, wah. Please, what's up, man? How you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a little while. The proprietor? What do I proprietor? What am I a proprietor of? I had it. I bought it. I pre-ordered this. Yeah, I had it months before it even came out. I'm just getting ready for FS22, so I thought I'd get a couple rounds in FS19. I played Skyrim a couple days ago. I'm like level 95 in that game though. Plenty. I'm gonna have to do some repairs on this stuff, huh? This thing too, I'm gonna have to get a gas. I'm able to do the repairs when I get a gas. Woohoo! Almost done with this field. Exciting. Small capital gains, but I'll take it. Well, not yet. I have to wait for the prices to come up, but eventually. What's up, Sandy? This guy looks like he better harvest his taters. Oh, heck yes, man. I don't just like potatoes. I love potatoes. I'm a steak and potato guy. Yeah, I like oranges. You lost me. You asked me if I like oranges. I said yes. Well, you know, diversity is the spice of life, I guess they say. I don't mind. None of them questions are that personal, Colin. You ask a random lady in the store if she likes potatoes and oranges? I'm a little confused. Excuse me, ma'am. You like oranges? She'd be thinking you're buying her a bag of oranges or something, or you're selling something to her. Oh, you're asking if that's normal. I don't know, if you know a person long enough, I imagine that it's fairly normal to ask them if they like oranges. I don't see the problem with it. Huh? Water is water, man. Do you mean do I buy bottled water? No, I don't buy bottled water, man. I think that's a serious waste of money. When I was a kid, if somebody tried to charge us for water, we would get mad. And that's kind of never gone away. I still get angry if somebody tries to charge me for water. It's water. There should be no charge for water. Especially not $1.69 for 20 ounces of water. I mean, that's stupid. So it makes me angry because water is everybody. It belongs to everybody. Nobody owns water. But now, with the public buying water the way they're buying it, it's like these companies own it. And all that's going to happen is water's going to become a commodity, and then it's going to be owned by companies instead of owned by the people. I hate to say it, but these 70-year-olds did a lot of damage to this world, Colin. I grew up in a different world than what you know. I don't know what water's got to do with a virus. Oh, this is barely adding up to anything. I don't think I want any more of that. I'm not even going to get 100 pounds going the rest of the way. How bad is the virus there in your state? Colin, I don't think that virus is... I think that the vaccination is more dangerous than the virus. The percentage of death from the virus is 0.0002871, which means it's 1/10,000th of a percent. More people are dying from tuberculosis. More people are dying in car accidents. By far, more people are dying in car accidents. By far. Colin, for every, like, one person that dies of COVID, like, 25 people die in a car accident. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that people don't pay attention anymore, and I'm sorry that they believe everything the news says. It's not my fault, man. I didn't do it. I wish they didn't do it, but they do it. People believe it, people follow it, and then that's what happens. I'm sorry that it works out that way, Collins. I apologize to your whole entire generation. But it's not my generation's fault. It's these 70-year-olds. They're called baby boomers. They're the most wicked generation ever in the history of this planet. And they've been in power from presidents to CEOs and everything else for 30 years now. Way longer than they should have been. And when they started out, their whole thing was no big brother. Well, now they've got cameras everywhere watching everybody. They got credit cards following you, and your cell phone following you, and Twitter knocking you off Facebook, and they're the most disgusting generation that's ever lived in the history of this world. And like I said, I apologize for them. But there's nothing I can do about it, Colin. I didn't make this happen. I wish that it didn't happen. The only thing I can tell you is stop believing everything the news tells you. Stop thinking that the water out of your faucet is bad for you, because it is not. You can drink the water from your garden hose. You'll be fine. What do you think? If you drink the water from your faucet, you're just going to and drop over dead? Meanwhile, people wonder why they don't have any money and they're spending friggin' $5 a day per person on water. Water that out of their tap wouldn't even cost them a quarter of a penny. The world's gone mad, Colin. It's gone nuts. Men calling themselves women, women calling themselves men. I mean, if that's not a sure sign this world's gone nuts, I don't know what is, bro. Let me tell you something. If you're born a man, you're a man. You can become a homosexual if you choose to. You're still a man. It doesn't matter. You're born a man, you're a man. Period. That's it. End of story. Game over. Our founding fathers are not wicked, evil people. They were not. Socialism never worked anywhere else in the world, and paper currency always returns to its intrinsic value. Zero. I don't know why people don't know this. I don't know why they're not teaching you this stuff in school, but they should. I told you, Colin, the world that I grew up in is much different than the world you're growing up in. What the hey? Does this thing just do what it wants to do? Apparently so. Alright, let's see. Toggle cruise control. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Did it bother you, me asking? No, not at all, Colin. I'm ashamed of what this world is teaching you children. And it's unfortunate that people will get violent insisting that they're right when they're not. I mean, you got a man standing there arguing with you that he's a woman is a lie. I mean, it's just, no matter how violent that person gets, it's a lie. It's a flat out lie. No matter how insistent they become, no matter how belligerent they become, no matter how violent they become, it's still a lie. The world is not heading to a better place. The Etruscans allowed what's going on in this world today. They're wiped off the face of the planet. There's not a single Etruscan alive. The Pompeians did what's going on in this world today. The Pompeians were wiped off the planet. Not a single one is alive. The Philistines did what we are doing today. They were wiped off the planet. Not a single one is alive. The Sodomites and Gomorrites did what we're doing today. They got wiped off the planet. Not a single one is alive. Do you see a pattern here? That's just historical fact. And no matter what anybody says, no matter what they argue, no matter how angry they get, no matter how belligerent they get, that is fact. Period. Now, not just disappeared, they got wiped off the planet, man. The Philistines got completely wiped out, every man, woman, and child, even all their animals, by war. The Etruscans got completely wiped out by war. The Sodomites and Gomorrites got wiped out by, what the hell was it? Well, basically fire from the sky. Brimstone wiped them out. They're different groups of people around the world. You know, and the Pompeians got wiped out by a volcano eruption. But all of them, the same exact thing happened. They lost everything. They got completely wiped off the planet. Not one man, woman, or child survived. And all of them have one thing in common. They were all doing the same thing that we're doing today. No society in the history of the world has survived this. And I don't suspect we will either. Not without paying a heavy cost. See, here's the truth, Colin. Walmart, Kmart, running water, in the house, electricity, everybody having bathtubs and showers, cell phones, cars, airplanes, televisions. None of that's normal. None of that's normal. You live in the most plush time in history. The most plush time in history. You don't have to hunt for your food. You don't have to grow for your food. You don't have to go without light at night. You've got more entertainment than you could ever possibly dream of. You can talk to someone all the way around the world. I mean, alright, let me give you a general gist here. 3,000 years ago, if a man wanted to go, let's say, from Pennsylvania to Virginia, it would take them 4 days to get there by horseback. That would be the fastest means of transportation. George Washington, when they started this country 250 years ago, Took 4 days to go from Pennsylvania to Virginia by the fastest means possible, horseback. You can get to Virginia now in a couple hours by plane. That's not normal. Oh, what a nice thing that thing did. Oh, I'm so glad it destroyed part of my crops. I'm gonna have to do something about that never happening again. What a jerk. That just made... Oh, man. Oh, well. Get past it. No big deal. Where am I going with this guy? Will it be like this? No! Hell no, Colin. Hell no. This ain't gonna last another 50 years. There's not a chance this is gonna last another 50 years. Not a chance. None. Zero. Zip. Zilch. If you live to be 80 years old, this world will be completely different from what it is now. You, my friend, will have an outhouse. You will not have electricity in your house. You will not have a car. You will be telling your grandchildren how you had everything that you could ever possibly want, and you threw it all away on silliness. I'm telling you, there's not a chance it's going to continue. Not a chance. Not a chance. None. Zero, zip, zilch, nada. It's already self-destructing, Colin. When you got a bunch of men running around calling themselves women and a bunch of women running around calling themselves men, it's over, man. It's over. The age of consequence has arrived. The age of decadence has ended and the age of consequence has begun. There will be consequences. There are always consequences. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. When you got a bunch of black people saying that white people owe them money because they were slaves when they were never slaves in their entire lives. Never a slave in their life. And that white person never owned a slave in their life. And they're insistent that you're a bad person. This world is screwed. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's a guarantee this world is screwed. And it's up to your generation to fix it, Colin. But I don't know how you're going to do it. I really don't. I don't see it, man. But it's going to be your generation paying the consequences for it, that's for sure. I'm sorry. I tried, Colin. I'm 55 years old. I'm Generation X. I've been fighting against these people since day one. Since about the age of 10 years old, I've been telling these people they're nuts. I've been very active since I was in my early 20s on trying to tell these people they're nuts. And there's nothing I can do, Colin. I've done everything I can do. I'm sorry, man. I feel like I failed you, but I'm a very small generation. And we did the best we could. That's why you've never seen Generation X as a president. Or anything like that. Because that's why we're called Generation X. They X'd us out because we've been saying forever they're crazy. Don't let them do it. Stop them. We remember the generation ahead of them and their morals and stuff like that, you know? Where my generation is your last beacon of hope to find some kind of normalcy in this world, but just ain't gonna happen, my friend. I'm sorry. They sold you a bad bill of goods. I don't think there's a better way for me to put it. What do I want to grow next? Barley? I would start listening to men like Dennis Prager and Thomas Sowell and Clarence Thomas, man, if I was you. And I would completely forget anything Noam Chomsky says as idiocy. That's about all that it boils down to, is idiocy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I would write them names down, start YouTubing them and listening to what they got to say. They're not men of God by any stretch of the imagination, but they're a hell of a lot smarter than what these people are talking about today. Dennis Prager, P-R-A-G-E-R. Thomas Sowell, S-O-W-E-L-L. Clarence Thomas, T-H-O-M-A-S. I would start by looking them up. If you have any interest, I'll introduce you to some others. Like Friedman. There's a lot of them, bro. All of them guys are still alive. Thomas Sowell's got to be like 91, 92 years old now. Ah, good, I smoke a cigarette now. Ooh, I should save. Saving content. Woohoo! Yep, it auto-saved. That's exactly what it did, my friend. Colin, I would take my advice and start looking up these men. I would also start learning how to plant food and how to hunt, because you're going to need them skills later on. You're going to need to know how to make a nail by hand with a hammer. Yeah, I got my mic on. I got it on my controller. You're gonna have to learn some basic skills, man. If not, you're gonna be in trouble. Now, if you want to take what the Bible says about this, we can go down a different road. You know, you don't want to know the Bible's take on it. It's not good. It's the truth. It's what's going to happen, but it's not good. There's a way out, though. That's good news. So the bulb is bad in it. I don't understand what you mean. You young people's lingo has lost me. You gotta understand, I'm real old. We said things like groovy and far out. When we wanted to say low, we wrote H-A-H-A, which meant ha-ha, which is ha-ha. Which is When we wanted to say World Wide Web, we said World Wide Web. We didn't say www because that's 9 syllables and World Wide Web is only 3 syllables. It's easier to say. No, ha 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 ha. It could mean you're laughing with someone, not necessarily laughing at someone. It just depends, like, you know, how you're using it. Colin, I know you're only like 11 years old, 12 years old, something like this now. But you're old enough to start learning. I would highly recommend that you start learning what it is I'm talking about, what it is I'm trying to teach you. One of these days, man, I'm going to be dead and gone, you know, and you're not going to have the opportunity anymore to learn. Not from me, anyhow. My grandpa told me that. He said, you better learn how to make the food that I'm making, or else because one day I'm going to be dead and gone and you're not going to be able to make it, and then you're going to miss it. How old are you? You can't be 13 now. And you can't be 10 anymore. 13 and a half, wow, see? You're a man. You need to start, man, I knew you when you was 10 years old. Holy cow. I've known you for a long time, Colin. Yeah, it's been that long. I hope you took down them people's names, man. Start listening to them. Yeah, I think this is the last row of this. Woohoo! One more process done. I went 4 hours last night. I don't think I'm going to go 4 hours tonight. Yes, I still have it. I haven't been there in a long time, but all my favorites are still up. I should probably add a couple to them. But I'm not talking to you about religion here, Colin. I'm talking to you about secular stuff. Secular means non-religious. The religious stuff would be a completely different conversation. I wouldn't listen to any of them men I suggested to you about religion, though. Just to be honest with you. I don't know anything about chickens, my friend. Oh, I hope I... Yes, I did. Okay. I may as well check my prices. See what's going on there. Bauxite stuff going up. I don't want to sell my canola at 1100. So we will hang on to it. I don't know, Colin. Hard to say. I had workers at my house today, and I'm going to have workers at my house tomorrow. It depends on how much they wear me down. And I streamed 4 hours last night, and it looks like we're going to get a couple hours in tonight, so... It's just general stuff. General maintenance. I got a big house, Colin. It requires general maintenance. 2-3 times a year. If I don't do it, then the problems become big. You know what I mean? If you do it when the problems are small, they stay small. So I spend about 4 or 5 days, 3 times a year doing general maintenance everywhere. And doing some upgrades and stuff like that, you know. I will. I'll probably finish my general maintenance on Friday, so I'll do it maybe on Saturday. No, it's not that big. I'm not Donald Trump, man. It's just bigger than the average house. The average house is like, what, 1,500 square feet. I'm like, in total square footage everywhere, I'm like 3 times bigger than that. I'm like in the neighborhood of 5,000 to 6,000 square feet. Actually, let me figure it out. 1,600 square feet there, that's 48. I'm probably around 5,400 square feet. No, I've got about 3,500 square feet to the house. Then about 1,600 square feet to the garage and workshop. And then about 1,000 square feet to my tea room. So it's 3 different structures. Yeah, tea room. A tea room is like an outdoor gazebo. I got couches and tables in there and chairs and a television and a radio and but it's a screened-in giant roofed room that's not attached to the house, so they call it a tea room. It's a little different from a gazebo. You know, I'm not gonna sell for $14.52. Hopefully it keeps going up. Definitely not selling my weed at $4.88. I am Baptist. Old school Baptist. Not Southern Convention Baptist. Long conversation, Colin. But one of the big differences is that we're Baptists. We don't have any Catholic holidays like Easter and Christmas. That's Catholic holidays. We don't celebrate them. That would be a big difference. We only have one Bible, King James Bible. We don't have NIV or ESV or none of the other Bibles. We don't adhere to any of them. We just adhere to the King James Bible only. We believe that every word in that book is a fact. I know. We believe that every word in that book is a fact. We don't question anything in there. If we think it's wrong, we think we're wrong, not the book. So it's different than Southern Baptists. Southern Baptists will celebrate all them holidays. We do not. I don't know what you mean. I think they're both necessary. I've never really thought about it. It's like asking left or right, which do you prefer? I kind of think I need both. I'm not so sure how psychological balance would be if there was no such thing as nighttime or no such thing as daytime. I think even our plants need nighttime. Boy, you don't get too much wheat for your money. I told you. Steak and potatoes. I guess if I was gonna have any dish, I'd want steak and potatoes with corn and a biscuit. But if I was down to necessity, I would want bread and coffee. I'm just being honest with you, man. Cores? I don't understand. You lost me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, if I was, like, locked up in a prison somewhere, I guess, you know, I would want coffee and bread if that was all I could have. Coffee and bread? For a long time. I mean, you'll get scabies after a while because of lack of vitamin C. But yeah, you could survive for a long time on it. You'd be better off with eggs. I mean, eggs has just about everything. You would survive a lot longer. Again, you would have the same problem. You would have a vitamin C deficiency eventually, but it would take a lot longer. But if they gave you a tomato once in a while, or an orange, or a lemon, or something like that, you know, grapefruit, something that has vitamin C in it, yeah, you could live off of it forever. If you're gonna go with basics, bro, that's probably the best two basics you go with. It would take you a really long time to get tired of bread. I mean, you've been eating bread your whole life already. Are you tired of it? It's hard to get tired of bread. Some things are staples. Water and bread are staples. You'll never actually get tired of them. You do eat it just about every meal. If you think about it, every time you sit down to eat, there's going to be a bread product usually. No, you wouldn't, believe it or not. You eat bread probably every single day of your life. Unless you're starved one day. Man, I'm barely going to get more wheat than I got in canola. That's not right, man. I should definitely get a lot more wheat than canola. That's another mess up right there. I should get almost double the amount of wheat compared to canola. Anything salty is bad. Who the hell told you that? You can't live without salt, bro. You'll die. Salt is a mineral. I don't know what RLT means. Salt kills people. The sun kills people. Beef kills people. Cars kill people. Oxygen kills people. Nitrogen kills people. Iron kills people. Lead kills people. Water kills people. Snow kills people. Everything kills people, bro. Everything kills people. If you don't have salt in your system, you will die. Salt's necessary. Yes, oxygen kills people. Water is a destructive force. Look, milk is good for you. Milk is bad for you. Milk is good for you. Milk is bad for you. Milk is good for you, but milk is bad for you. It's the same thing with salt. Salt is good for you. Salt is bad for you. I was 12 years old, and they had this silly documentary I was watching. And this lady and this husband decided that they were eating lettuce every day. And when they wanted a snack, they would have a stick of celery. And the man asked him, he said, why are you just having lettuce and celery and not enjoying other foods? And the man said, and he took a host of vitamins and stuff, and the man said, well, what if we die the day before the pill of immortality comes out? Immortality means never die. So what happens if we die the day before the pill comes out that you'll never die? Well, they're going to die. So what happens if they never enjoy any good foods? What happens? In other words, we have a name for people like that. Idiot. We call them idiots. The man's an idiot. Look, salt is not bad for you. Salt is not good for you. It's both. You have to have it to survive. It's necessary. But it also can kill you if you have too much of it. Like anything else, you gotta have it in moderation. Now, if you want something that just flat out isn't good for you, McDonald's food is flat out not good for you. Soda is flat out not good for you. Bro, everything can kill you if you don't have it in moderation. Except two things. Well, really there's three things that won't kill you, providing it doesn't go bad. Okay? Anything that goes bad becomes dangerous. Okay? But, providing that the food is always fresh, you can have bread, eggs, and water. If you eat McDonald's a lot, you have a serious intake of salt. McDonald's is not food. It should be enjoyed once in a while, maybe once every other month. Something like that. It's not something that should be eaten daily or weekly. It's not food, man. You shouldn't be eating at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Sonic, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's. That's too much, man. It's way too much. That's not good for you. Once every 8 weeks. What'll happen is if you eat it once every 8 weeks, you'll start realizing that that food makes you sick when you eat it. You won't feel good after you eat it. You'll start realizing the effects of it. I eat it once every 8 to 12 weeks, and every time I eat it, I regret it. It makes your stomach feel not good. You just feel sluggish and not good. You know, as where if I had, you know, a salad and had a steak and had a potato, I would feel good after I got done eating. I wouldn't feel sickly, you know what I mean? You have to cut back on it for a little while to realize what it's doing to your system, because if you're eating it daily or weekly, well, if you're eating it daily, you'll die. You won't live 5 years. You'll be dead. You know, but if you're eating it weekly, you won't realize, or a couple times a week, you won't realize how it's messing up your system. Because you become accustomed to it, how it feels. It's not good for you, man. I promise you it's not good for you. But, yep, I'm eating pork tenderloin and potato. But you have to live your own life too, Colin. I mean, there's going to be things in your life that you're going to do that you know is not good for you. But it's your life. You know, like I smoke cigarettes. Not a good thing for me. You know, potatoes are a staple, bro. Certain things are a staple, okay? Oats, wheat, rice, potatoes are called staples. They're grasses. And they're all staples. Potatoes are a root vegetable. You know, it's a staple. Eggs are a staple. You know, these are things that are just necessary. Yes, oatmeal is a grass and it's a staple. Absolutely. You want to eat staple food. You want to avoid food that's not staple food. You know, and you use that stuff as treats. You know, like ice cream is not a staple. So I wouldn't recommend eating ice cream every day. But if you have ice cream a couple times a month, more power to you, man. I like ice cream. You know, you just shouldn't have it every single day. Staple foods are foods you could eat pretty much every day. And believe it or not, in the course of a day, a year's time, in one way or another, you'll eat them foods almost every day. Almost every day you'll have some form of bread that's either made from rye, wheat, oats, rice, you know, something like that. The breads are made with eggs. That's a staple. It's run, blow up, RN also. I don't know. To me, RN means registered nurse. McDonald's food is not a staple. Hamburger is not a staple. Steak is not a staple. Pork is not a staple. Oh, right now, okay. Well, RN means registered nurse is what it actually means. You know, fish is a staple. Bread is a, you know, uh, chicken is a staple. Fish is a staple. Beef is, you could call beef a staple, but not hamburger. You have to go across the board, you know. No, peanuts are not a staple. Peanuts are a legume. Legumes are not good for you to have every single day. You could eat fish every single day. I would not recommend eating beef every single day. Though you could, you know, I just wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend eating fish every single day. Peanuts are in everything I eat. Well, it's a legume. It's a bean. It's not necessarily bad for you, but it's not a staple. Look, I just told you what staples are. A staple is wheat, rice, rye, barley, oat, eggs, water. They're staples. You're basically gonna eat something from them food groups every single day. Without fail, you're gonna have something from... Well, a staple is something that you can't avoid. Alright? You're gonna have some form of bread in the course of a day. Whether you have bread, whether you have a bun, whether you have a biscuit, whether you have a cracker, whether you have a crouton, whether you have toast, you know, I mean, you're gonna have a muffin, cake. I mean, you're gonna have a bread every single day. And in them breads is eggs. You're gonna have egg basically every single day. Water. You're gonna have water basically every single day. These are called staples. Now, you're not going to have fish every single day. You're not going to have beef or pork or peanut butter or peanuts or, you know, kidney beans or anything like that every single day. A staple is a food that basically you eat every single day. Do you eat fish oil every single day? Is it in bread? No, man. Definitely not. You could argue that salt and sugar are a staple. Because basically every single day you have salt and sugar. But it's not. Because one is a mineral and one is a spice. And spices and minerals are not can't be staples because you can't survive on them on their own. As where you can survive on an egg by itself. You can survive on water for a few days as itself. You can survive on bread as itself. No, it's not a staple, man. I mean, if a man eats beef every single day and doesn't have any salad or anything else with nothing, no vegetables, no nothing, just eats water and beef every single day, the beef is not a staple. No matter how much he eats it, it's not a staple. Dirt is earth. Earth is not a staple. You don't go around eating it, do you? I mean, I imagine some people do. You kind of regret it right afterwards, but... Don't you wash your potatoes? I mean, you're made of dirt. Dirt you came from and dirt you'll go back to. That doesn't mean you're dirt. Colin, men are made from dirt. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there's nothing in us that's not from this planet. We are basically minerals, chemicals, well, minerals, metals, dirt, and water. You don't wash potatoes. Geez, bro, you need to wash your potatoes. I wash my potatoes before I peel them and after I peel them. Everything is, bro. That's why they say you are what you eat. You'll die. It shuts down your kidneys. Your kidneys can't process it. It has too much salt in it. It's too salty. Never drink ocean water. It's real bad for your system. Oh, that's not bad. I just wouldn't drink a bottle of it. I mean, you're bound to get some in your mouth if you're swimming. I mean, there's a certain degree of acceptance. You know, it's just very tiny, small amounts. Not good for your body. Colin, did you say you have a PS4? I didn't know you had a PS4. You need to learn how to swim, man. I caught it. You need to learn how to swim, bro. You're 13 years old. What the hell's wrong with you? What do you want to fall in a pool and drown when you're 30 years old? That would be embarrassing. Alright, I'm going to save right here and chat with you for a little while, man, and then I'm going to run away. So anything it does from here through doesn't matter. It's where I'm going to start next time. Ugh. You still there, Colin? You gonna find someone to teach you how to swim? Man, not being able to swim is like not being able to run. What the hell, bro? I can swim. I can't teach you how to swim. I'm too far away. Trust me, there's people in your neighborhood that know how to swim that'll be more than happy to teach you how to swim. I mean, geez, Colin. It's like saying you can't read. What the hell's the matter with you, man? Learn how to swim. Ah, coffee. Ah. No, are you on my friends list? It's the same as my YouTube channel, except it's all one word. The Aubad, one word though. Theaubad, one word. No space. I do not. I don't want a TV on my face, man. That cannot be good for my eyes. Or my brain. I only have 2 eyes and 1 brain, man. Rather not risk them so I can put a TV on my face. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sorry you guys just coming into the stream. I'm getting ready to end the stream. Couple minutes. I'm just chatting right now before I end the stream. I'm not doing anything anymore. I stopped about 3-4 minutes ago. But if you want to chat, I'll chat. I'm going to chat for a few minutes, man. Let me check my prices. See if that. Yeah, it's not gonna go up much. 14.55. It's never gonna make it to sell price. I'm gonna be hanging on to this stuff for a while. Looks like. None of my crops are sellable. They're all losers right now. Look at my debt. I have just been in debt from the beginning so far. But the good news is I think Monday was actually my real first day. I am not in a chat. But you need to add me to your friends list, man. To even really be able to chat. Yes, I do. All the time. Alright guys, I figure I'm going to end this stream. I'll catch y'all next time. I'm kind of running out of energy. Need to get some sleep now. Got a semi-early morning happening tomorrow. So God bless everyone. I'll catch y'all next time, which will be the best time, hopefully. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Help a brother out. I'm struggling here. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow, Colin.